Every calculated attempt to tarnish your name becomes a lesson in futility, as those who were meant to turn against you instead find themselves captivated by your authenticity. The transformation is inevitable. Opponents evolve into allies and skeptics into believers. This is no accident but a testament to the unshakable clarity of your essence. Their whispers of deceit are drowned out by the unwavering resonance of your truth. With every frantic attempt to twist the story, they unknowingly accelerate your rise. Their warnings, laced with fear, serve as the very catalyst for your recognition. What they intend as sabotage unfolds with unerring precision, as if orchestrated by a higher law. Those who come to you through their warnings leave with a profound respect that shatters the illusion of coincidence. The intricate calculus of destiny remains far beyond their grasp as they cling to flawed theories about your influence. Yet, through you, the universe moves with undeniable precision, reshaping their resistance into awe. Their warnings, born of desperation, transform into proclamations of your brilliance. What they seek to diminish only grows brighter, magnified by their own attempts to obscure it. Observe their efforts to rally against you, cloaking their fear in the guise of protection. They pour their resources into silencing your voice, only to witness the undeniable shift as their loudest critics fade into silence, re-emerging as your fiercest supporters. The cycle is so predictable, it becomes almost poetic, each conversion a testament to the unrelenting force of your truth. You embody the paradox of ascension. Their plans for your downfall transform into the very scaffolding of your rise. Their cages crumble into stepping stones, and the walls meant to confine you become the foundation of your sovereignty. What was built to bury you instead elevates you to a place beyond their reach. Their fear stems from the collapse of their belief in control. Your presence dismantles their fragile understanding of cause and effect, revealing the unyielding force of divine will. Know this: every action they take to suppress you only fuels your awakening. Their resistance is not an obstacle, but a conduit for the power that flows through you, unstoppable and undeniable. That morning remains etched in your memory, the moment when the fabric of reality split, revealing the intricacies hidden beneath the mundane. The air shimmered with unspoken truths, and every sound and color pulsed with encoded messages. The veil lifted without warning, and in that instant, you saw the universe for what it truly was, an intricate symphony of meaning and design. The system revealed itself in stark clarity, its hidden mechanisms laid bare before your eyes. Within hours, the air around you buzzed with unseen activity. Across the street, shadowed figures adjusted their equipment, their focus narrowed on you. For 72 hours, the hum of their devices betrayed their desperation to decode what they could not control. Their precision instruments faltered under the weight of your presence, failing in ways they could neither predict nor repair. Technicians scrambled to diagnose the anomalies, their frustration mounting as the interference remained localized to you. The property manager's scripted visits betrayed his true purpose, yet even he could not mask his shock when he witnessed the energy pulse bend away from you as though repelled by an unseen force. Shaken to his core, his hands betrayed his fear as he scrambled for an excuse to leave. Days later, his departure was swift and unexplained, his path leading him toward the solace of a spiritual retreat in New Mexico. And the courier, his seemingly innocent words unveiled your profound grasp of ancient truths, leaving him with more questions than he dared to ask. Classified information sealed even from the highest echelons of power, your seemingly innocuous mention of lost civilizations resurfacing in hidden archives triggered alarms within their surveillance apparatus. The energy disturbance you inadvertently initiated during that dialogue caused an operative, hidden in plain sight, to experience a profound awakening of dormant abilities. His monitoring devices captured over 20 minutes of inexplicable energy fluctuations before a catastrophic malfunction. This operative later sent cryptic warnings, steering you clear of their predetermined paths, jeopardizing his flawless record spanning almost 3 decades. During your initial consultation, an extraordinary event transpired. The amulet hidden beneath his clothing, engineered to inhibit higher consciousness communications, shattered unexpectedly. The sharp crack interrupted his speech, causing him to instinctively grasp the broken artifact, momentarily losing his composure. Unbeknownst to him, you recognized both the relic's purpose and its significance. His subsequent reports categorized you as a potential threat, while simultaneously acknowledging your unique intuitive gifts that warranted examination. Yet, within the confines of his private files, meticulously organized in a hidden compartment of his desk, he meticulously chronicled 19 distinct anomalies you triggered during your encounters. The shifts in temperature when certain subjects arose, the flickering lights corresponding exactly with your emotional responses, and the uncanny synchronicities that challenged the limits of probability itself. The analyst from the MSAD, assigned to sift through the transcripts of your interactions, found herself plagued by vivid dreams of prophetic nature after perusing your case. Her request for reassignment came swiftly, citing unexpected emotional upheavals linked to the material. The next analyst remained for a mere week before making a similar plea. When Dr. Ellington convened your family to discuss your perceived delusions, you calmly articulated the precise sequence of events that would unfold during that gathering, including the exact moment his phone would ring with news of his mother's accident. As reality unfolded as you had predicted, his professional skepticism began to erode despite his best efforts. His entire career, dedicated to dismantling unfounded beliefs, was put to the test when your unexpected alert regarding the integrity of the Maplewood Bridge saved numerous lives, including his own family members. The bridge's collapse happened precisely as you had foreseen, right down to the critical failure points. Today, Dr. Ellington preserves his professional facade while secretly safeguarding others like you. His diagnostic systems, once designed to identify dangerous perception patterns, now serve as protective markers for those awakened to deeper truths. His network of like-minded professionals continues to expand, each with their own transformative journey, each recalling the moment they recognized the profound wisdom emanating from you. Chosen ones, before we move on, I want you to pause for a moment and take action. Subscribe to the channel and share this message with those who need it. This isn't just a moment, it's your divine awakening. The storm that once shook you now propels you to greatness. You've shed the doubt, outgrown the limits, and embraced your power. No longer searching for answers, you are the spark that ignites transformation, shifting everything in your path. This is your time to rise, to burn with unrelenting brilliance, to walk boldly in your divine purpose. Every word, every action is a manifestation of your cosmic alignment. The time for hesitation is over. Step into your destiny, ignite the movement, and become the force that echoes through eternity. Welcome to your mission. Welcome to Lumination. Subscribe now and be part of this awakening. Your very presence destabilized their meticulously designed systems. The frequency barriers, disguised as modern infrastructure, faltered under the weight of your energy. Instead of confining your influence, they became amplifiers, broadcasting your essence far beyond their intended boundaries. The carefully constructed matrix meant to suppress became the unwitting instrument of your expansion. Within weeks, the engineers assigned to maintain their systems abandoned their roles, driven by an inexplicable pull toward spiritual awakening. Their families struggled to understand, but the pattern was clear to those who knew. Your energy reconfigured their mechanisms of control into pathways of liberation. What was built to enslave became a tool for enlightenment in your presence. The tools they crafted to suppress your influence became the very mechanisms that magnified it, as if by some cosmic law of inversion. Deep within the Vatican archives, your essence emerged from ancient prophecies, your birth chart inscribed among predictions of those destined to turn resistance into devotion. The converters, they called them, and you stood as the embodiment of their arrival. 7 teams meticulously examined the ancient texts, only to be met with phenomena they could neither explain nor dismiss. Resignations followed, as lifelong commitments dissolved in the wake of their encounters. While they struggled to rationalize the evidence, the signs were unmistakable. Your presence was the fulfillment of what they had long sought to suppress. Chosen beyond their reach, your authority rendered their systems obsolete. Despite their intricate plans to suppress your rise, your activation unfolded with unstoppable momentum. They sowed seeds of isolation, dismantling relationships with calculated precision, yet what they intended as your imprisonment became the fertile ground for your emergence. They stripped away opportunities and severed connections, their interference cloaked in subtlety. Yet, in their attempts to silence you, they only deepened your alignment with the source. The very isolation they engineered became your sanctuary, amplifying your clarity and fortifying your purpose. Their strategy unraveled, leaving them powerless against the force they sought to contain. In the solitude they imposed, you found your sanctuary. Their silence became your guide, revealing truths hidden beneath layers of distraction. Even as they sought to discredit you, the energy you carried spoke louder than any warning. Those who doubted you experienced awakening in your presence, their skepticism dissolving in the face of undeniable transformation. Every attempt to dissuade others from your presence became an unintentional beacon for those ready to receive your truth. Advanced technology designed to suppress your influence faltered repeatedly, unable to contain the expanding field originating from your meditation. Even their most sophisticated measures could not dampen the resonance of your energy. Within a 17-mile radius, the very fabric of nature responded to your presence. Plants flourished with uncharacteristic vitality, as if attuned to your frequency. Their attempts to breach your communications backfired spectacularly, sparking awakenings among their own teams. Monitors meant to surveil you instead captured phenomena they could neither explain nor replicate. Their algorithms unraveled in your presence, reforming into sacred geometries that defied their intent. Surveillance devices, meticulously engineered, failed one after another, succumbing to the energy you emanated. The chamber they built to contain you lies abandoned, its purpose rendered meaningless by forces beyond their understanding. The very scientist tasked with dissecting your influence has become a quiet disciple, integrating your energy into his own practice. Subtle shifts in his demeanor catch the attention of his team, though they remain oblivious to the truth. The one they sought to study has now become his guide. His transformation ripples silently through the ranks. The CEO who once ridiculed your vision now moves in silence, his public facade unchanged. But behind closed doors, your words, once dismissed, became the catalyst for his salvation. The company he nearly lost thrives because of the insight you casually offered, and his gratitude flows discreetly through anonymous foundations that fuel your mission. His conversion is unspoken, yet unmistakable. The media storm meant to discredit you unraveled with poetic irony. What was orchestrated to diminish you instead elevated your voice. Journalists tasked with exposing you encountered something that defied their scripts. Within weeks, they abandoned their posts, choosing instead to amplify the truths they once sought to suppress. Their platforms now echo the resonance of your message. In your presence, even their most refined strategies crumble into tools of transformation. Their containment protocols amplify the very energy they seek to suppress, their psychological operations becoming seeds of awakening. What they fail to grasp is clear to us. Every tactic deployed against you is rewoven into the divine tapestry, its purpose inverted to serve your ascension. The covert unit assigned to suppress you crumbled from within, undone by the very energy they sought to monitor. During your unconscious state, waves of transformation radiated outward, activating dormant potentials in those who watched. Their awakening was uncontrollable, their loyalty to the system replaced with a fierce alignment to higher truths. The operations they once upheld fell apart as their allegiances shifted irreversibly. The carefully orchestrated confrontation unraveled in ways they could not have foreseen. Your measured response, calm and unwavering, disrupted their hidden systems. The whispered command, meant to sabotage you, instead echoed through the venue, exposing their agenda to millions. Chaos ensued as intelligence agencies scrambled to repair the damage, but the truth had already taken root, unstoppable and undeniable. They deployed their most rehearsed strategies, activating protocols designed to erode your credibility. But their efforts only served to highlight their desperation. Your unshakable simplicity dismantled the intricate web of lies they had woven. In your presence, even their most advanced technologies faltered, as if recognizing the futility of opposing the unfiltered power of truth. Your voice carried more than words. It carried frequencies that unraveled the subliminal mechanisms embedded in their broadcasts. For 17 uninterrupted minutes, the expansion of your energy field rendered their surveillance systems obsolete, reaching far beyond the limits of their tools. What they could not measure, they could no longer control. The technicians assigned to monitor you found themselves transformed, their minds opening to truths they could not ignore. Their reassignment requests came swiftly, unable to reconcile what they had experienced. Meanwhile, the public spectacle, meant to dismantle your credibility, backfired spectacularly, exposing the very mechanisms of control they sought to keep hidden. Your presence turned their stage of destruction into a platform for revelation. The Akashic records reveal the undeniable. Your energy signature threads through the prophecies of countless traditions, each foretelling the arrival of one who would transform resistance into awakening. Every challenge, every opposition, was written long before it occurred, as was your inevitable vindication. The blueprint of your purpose is timeless, etched into the fabric of existence. Every attempt to penetrate your network becomes a catalyst for awakening. Even their most hardened operatives find themselves transformed, their barriers dissolving as they absorb the frequency patterns they sought to disrupt. The energy flowing through your connections is undeniable, turning opposition into unintentional allies at every turn. Their predictive systems crumble when faced with the guidance you follow, rooted in dimensions beyond their comprehension. The underground network swells with those who once opposed you, now awakened to a power they cannot deny. Each operative assigned to you must confront the same profound choice: cling to the illusion of control or surrender to the undeniable force of authenticity flowing through you. Despite the tightening of psychological screenings, the tide of conversions only grows stronger. Director Marshall's unexpected presence at the Global Consciousness Summit marked a pivotal moment, a silent admission of urgency at the highest levels of authority. His decision to personally oversee an operation designed to dismantle your credibility was a clear signal. They were no longer confident in their ability to contain you. After decades of dismantling unconventional threats, Marshall's expertise faltered in the face of your quiet power. The most advanced technologies at their disposal, including telepathic disruptors hidden beneath layers of protocol, failed to suppress the clarity of your voice. Your presence disrupted their carefully laid plans, rendering their tools ineffective against the weight of your truth. Confident in years of successful deployments, their technical teams promised flawless execution. But as you stepped onto the stage, the unexpected unfolded. Their disruptors faltered, powerless to hinder your words. Meanwhile, instruments designed to measure audience response detected something extraordinary: geometric patterns of harmony forming in real time, signaling a resonance that transcended their systems of control.